see if this is gonna work. This is my old, double old iPad. It's a Generation 6, and I have another one just like it that has cellular on it. And I'm at a place that I got Wi-Fi. Look how bad my face is. Oh my gosh. I did a chemical peel, and this is the results of it. This is like week 3 into it, but this is all the nano Morgellons crap coming out. Morgellons, as Crystal Clear says. Shout out to Crystal Clear. Go give her a little hi at her channel, Crystal Clear. Okay, now I don't know how I'm gonna be able to tell if anybody comes on here. So it's not showing me the damn. George, how you been?
You live here, or?
I talked to you like before I went down to California last year.
Oh,
You took me on a tour for the whole restaurant.
yeah,
You forgot me though.
yeah, I was bad memory.
Yeah, I know. Well, you see a lot of people all the time. That's the owner of this Oh. Oh, I look awful. My God, I look like I got measles or something. You know what, too? This person, a bar, because like on the road, I look for places to get cheap food. I mean, I don't eat out. I don't like to eat out very much, but it was like a bar setting, and I sat over in the corner, one table, like 2 seats, like, and this girl comes over, and she just sits down. She bring her drinks, and she's just like staring me right in the face. And then she goes, "What is that all over your face?" This is the Morgellons lesions in the peeling off of the biofilm, the fungus that we all have on us. Even if you don't have like Morgellons per se, you got it. Everybody has this. I don't know that. Oh, it's shown up. Good. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't pick that up. But I didn't. Well, what I ended up doing was so first she sits down there and she reached out and like shook my hand and said her name was Stephanie. And then the next thing I know, she's like, she kept staring at me, and then she started filming me on her camera. I go, "What are you doing?" She came over and like sat right next to me too. It was like a bench seat on this side. First she was across from me. Maybe she was. That didn't even cross my mind. But I think she was just kind of drunk, and she had a big double shot of vodka and another, I don't know if the other drink was an alcoholic drink or just soda or something. I don't know, but she was probably already a little bit loopy. And it was only about this time in the afternoon, like late in the day, early evening or whatever. It was still light out. So look, see this? Can you see that? This is right at the border in Canada. Oh, I know. The people are just weirdness. It's like zombies and stuff, you know? It's just creepy. So anyway, she starts filming me and everything. And it's like, I don't want you filming me. She didn't even ask if it was okay, but I realized that I thought she was looking at her phone, had it in front of her looking at it, but she was actually holding the phone filming me. I'm trying to eat, and she's fucking filming me. And so she actually went over to the bar and was talking to one of the barmaids over there, and as she was doing that, I says, I'm gonna go tell these people here that she's bothering me, and I'm trying to eat, and she's filming me and just messing with me, and I don't want to. She wanted to keep talking to me, and she was talking about, stuff about like stuff that's going on. Like I could have possibly had a conversation with her, but she was just too friggin' weird, and I didn't want her filming me. She didn't even ask. So while she was talking to that other bartender, I was trying to get the other bartenders or barmaids attention to tell them what was going on, and they weren't paying attention either. They were too involved in what they were doing in the kitchen, and she was still talking to her. I says, this is my chance to get the fuck out of here. So I just left the whole bar. I didn't pay for it. The food, it was nasty anyway. It wasn't very good, so I wouldn't have wanted to pay for it. But still, under those circumstances, I just did the. I didn't even eat it though. I took a couple bites and I didn't really like it, and I just didn't want to be eating while somebody was filming me without my permission. I mean, not that I would never do that. It's just that it's pretty rude. So, anyhow, I'm in Washington, and my daughter is just on the other side of Washington State, up in the farthest northwest corner of the United States you can get. And I drove like a couple years ago. Well, I did it like twice. Well, I didn't do it the whole way twice. I did it once. I went all the way from this corner up here, northwest corner, all the way down to Florida, where I met up with my friend Ariel. Ariel WXYZ. Shout out to Ariel WXYZ. Oh, hi there. You know what? I was in your chat and you couldn't see me. I just had another one today. I'm just shadow banned everywhere. I'm surprised at a couple other ones that I'm getting away with right now, but it's like it's almost everywhere. Is that happening to you? I don't know, it sucks. I haven't been coming on and doing like I would like to, but I've been like really, my daughter's ready to have her baby. Like any minute now, she's in labor. I'm right at the Canadian border, and she's on the other side, and I'm on this side, and she thought I have to get a passport for the baby, and it turns out she doesn't have to. So I looked it up, and because we thought we were gonna have to meet in the Peace Arch Park, like it's like common ground between Canada and United States, right at Washington there. So it's like a park in there, and like people like that. There's people that are like engaged to be married and stuff. And one lives in Canada and one lives in the United States, and they have to meet there and go sneak off and do the dirty deed and whatever. But it's like a park. So I don't know. I guess it's pretty heavily guarded though, because it's, I guess anybody could just run away into the thing, and I can't get into Canada. Fuckers. That's so mean. They gave me a bullshit charge. That's a misdemeanor here in Washington, but it's a felony in Canada, so I can't get into Canada. So I can't go over there and be with my daughter while she's having her baby, which she was due to have on the 24th of January last month. So she's well over 2 weeks. What's today's date? Wait a minute, man. It's like almost 3 weeks overdue. Wait. So it was, 1 week in January, then 1 week here. Well, it's like 2.5 weeks, I think. So, and she's having it at home. She's having a home birth. But she wants to use a baby monitor. She got mad at me because I told her about it. How do I deal with this? You guys know how bad those baby monitors are, right? I gotta keep my voice down because we're in a restaurant here. But pretty cool. They wanted me, his family, I guess he's he's like 80 something, the owner here. And his wife wanted me to do, his wife is way younger. So I think it was one of those deals that, he married her and she ended up coming here from Thailand, and they have this Thai restaurant here. So, but anyway, they wanted me to do some work, healing work with them and stuff like that. Must give them some massage and everything, but I never ended up doing it. Hey, she actually gave me some free food before I left before. That was pretty cool. They're pretty nice to me here. So anyway, it's real drizzly out. You can see that's the harbor. I don't know what it's actually called right there, and the trains come through all the time. So luckily I like the sound of the trains, because there's quite a few trains that run through here all the time. So they look like newer trains, or whatever you call those, oil tanks. So how's everybody doing? Just want to talk about anything specifically before I get thrown out of here? No, I don't think they'll throw me out. I think they would have said something by now if it was not cool. So, because I usually use my my giant laptop that I have to do these live streams. But I just had this old iPad that I use to play this word game, because I like word games. And there goes George again. He's doing pretty good though. I thought he was going to be worse off than that. It's been over a year since I've seen him, so, because I just got back into town. So I just came back from, I forgot what I was talking about, but I'll just say what I was going to say. I went to Arizona. Well, first I went to Slab City. First I left Washington and headed to go down to Slab City, California. On the way is the car that I bought in North Carolina that I was driving went kaput. The transmission went out totally. And the guy told me he rebuilt that transmission. I just bought it in July. And then sorry. They're bringing some lady in a wheelchair, and I don't want to make noise or anything, just let them get past. So, sorry, guys. Okay. So what was I saying now? Don't let me forget it. Okay, so I headed to go to Slab City first, and then off to Quartzsite, Arizona. To meet up with the nomads and gypsies, and they had scheduled events going on. So I was going to the Boondock, which was in Slab City, California. So on my way to there, the SUV that I had bought in July flatlined. I sat there for 3 weeks waiting to get some, money together and everything. My daughter put up a GoFundMe and stuff, and I got enough to get a cheap car, which I have now, that is not really suitable, but it's okay for right now, but it's really way too small. So I'm still trying to, pick up from where I left off and try to get the bigger van that I was trying to get. So anyway, I took the car back to Washington to try to register it, and the bill of sale was, the guy crossed out something on it and initialed it, and they wouldn't take it because of that. They said everything else was fine. So there was even a certificate of death involved and all that stuff, but everything was okay. So they told me there that I had 30 days to do it. So I said, well, I'm just going to go down. I didn't know what else to do. I just went ahead and went to Arizona, headed to Slab City first. And then the car broke down in Oregon, and I sat there for 3 weeks till I was able to move forward a little bit. So somebody drove a car to me that I bought, and now then I still have that car, but I was thinking of giving it to, or do some kind of trade or something with somebody. There's one person, well, two people that want a minivan, which is what I have, because I want a bigger van. I have my massage table in there and suitcase, stuff that I had on top of the Yukon on a roof rack, all had to come down into the car. So it is like so cramped in there. And when you're living in it, I've been living in there in a car for 2 years. I mean, it gets kind of old sometimes, and it wouldn't be so bad if I had a little bit more space in it. So until I can find something else a little bigger and, you know, try to save up some more money, and then I got my purse stolen just a little bit ago. On Friday the 13th, my purse was stolen, and I had just taken money out of the bank that I had saved up, and it was over $700 they got, and they stole my off my food stamp card. They can do that. I don't know how the hell they did that, but they did it. And plus, I had some like gift cards that I had, and just odd things that added up to quite a bit of money that I lost on that. And I got to replace my driver's license, and I don't even know if I should do that. Does anyone know the law around the driver's license thing? I know that, they're saying that you don't have to have a driver's license unless you are involved in commerce. Like if you're doing involved in selling and taking money or trading or whatever, then you have to have a license to do that. But if you're not, it doesn't involve any kind of commerce or collecting of money or trading of money or whatever, you don't need a driver's license. So I want to make sure, because I don't even know if I should pursue it, because I know like I've been, stopped by the cops and stuff, and it's such a touchy subject to deal with them and still stay firm in your convictions and not let them fucking boss you around and abuse you and stuff like that, which they have done to me. I mean, you know that they put me in jail in Florida for 9 days, and I didn't even do anything wrong, and that's still on my record, and now I have to pay to get it expunged. And they dropped all the charges, 3 bullshit charges. They just make up shit. The thing that I could have used to prove they wouldn't have had a charge for anything if they had let me get the thing to show them. But by me trying to get it, it's like, no, I want to get this and show it to you. They called that resisting arrest. So they tacked that on as a charge. They're getting away with awful stuff, man. And I've seen them actually beating women, like women my age. I saw a video on Peggy Hall's channel. She posted a video of the lady going through similar. They didn't beat me, but I did get some abuse from cops. A lady cop pushed me when I had handcuffs on, with my hands handcuffed behind my back. And if I would have tripped and fell, and I have vertigo, so I'm already a little bit off balance to begin with. And then if I would have fell, I could have broke my nose, broke my teeth or whatever. I wouldn't be able to stop myself because my hands are behind my back. This is awful what they're doing. We need to stand up to this tyranny. We need power in numbers and more people having courage and not backing down. It's a really good feeling when you do stand strong and you don't back down, and it works out in your favor, like what happened to me at the border. And the Canadian, well, it was actually the American side that did it to me. I had it twice, once from the American side and the other time from the Canadian side. It was like it was less than an hour at the Canadian side when it happened. It wasn't as involved. It was like 4.5 hours on the American side because they friggin' called in Homeland Security on me and had them come and interrogate me. But when we were done, that like superior agent from Homeland Security said, he says, "Man, you are something else. You are so strong." And he says, "I'm so impressed by you and your commitment and your, like how I just stayed firm and in my convictions." And then he also says, and I can't believe that you're the age that's on your license. So I got these like double compliments from, I looked a lot better then. I have aged so much just since that time. Because all this stuff I'm going through right now looks horrendous, doesn't it? Shoot, it hurts too, it's sore. But it's gonna pass. It'll be nicer when it's done. But this is all coming out of me, man. I'm doing it externally and internally. So it's kicking out from the inside out, and then also when I'm putting, like I was doing the lactic acid, so it's like a chemical peel, and then skin just starts cracking and curling up and everything. Then you have to like peel it off and stuff. So this is in the healing stages of it. So, I mean, it took like, you have to do stuff for like a couple weeks to get it to a point where it's just drawing it out while it's pushing it out from the inside. So, I was doing the SSKI, and so, is anyone doing any kind of protocols they want to share? That's what we need to be doing, sharing, everybody sharing, trying to keep us from. Do you notice all the infighting that's going on everywhere? Like all the YouTuber channels are all fighting. All of a sudden, this wasn't happening last year at this time. I mean, there was other stuff going on, yeah, but I'm just saying the specific things that are happening right now with the channels fighting with each other. Now, I know some of them are staged, like they pretend to be fighting, but some of them are like real YouTubers, like truthers sort of fighting truthers even. Well, everybody's focused on fighting with each other instead of turning around against the real enemy. They're banking on this. They know that. This is all like how they can make people think and feel and want to fight and everything. This is real. It's really happening. I know how, like, I'm aware of it, so I know, like, when they're trying to get me frustrated. Do you notice all the different kind of frustration techniques they have? And the other forms of taking us down, death by 1,000 cuts. I've got thousands. Oh. But I'm a tough cookie, man. I mean, I'm getting attacked, and people, literally, they can do stuff. Like, this weird stuff keeps happening to my car, and to all my devices, my iPad, my phone. I don't have a smartphone, but I need to get another flip phone, so I gotta go find one, but it's not today. But I don't know where to get one, and I gotta find somewhere try to find one of those Amazon drop-off boxes where I can have things delivered, because I want to get some B1. I don't really push supplements at all. I don't take them, only like for a specific thing, for a specific reason. So in my studying and trying to find out, I've been looking more into the B1 thing, and you can look into it yourself and see how many. I don't know, I fit into so many of the deficiencies of B1. And so, like, I am quitting coffee. Right now I've been just doing some decaf just to wean myself off of it. It's really hard because I've been doing that for so long. So caffeine, tea, coffee, chocolate, and that's another thing I gotta give up is chocolate for a couple reasons. But, and I usually just like the dark chocolate, the less sugar kind. And So I'm really radically working with my diet. And it's oh my God, it's so disgusting to know this and how long it's been going on, but it's really ramped up in the last 3 years, I would think, with the natural flavorings and all the gums they're putting in everything, and just oil, just all kind of stuff that you really don't want in you. So the food system is so weaponized. So I have to be careful of what I say, even though I do have degrees. I have a teacher's degree, YouTube. So I don't know what they even gave me this last strike for, and put me in jail. I don't even know what it was for. Like before, in the past, I knew it. They told me it was for medical misinformation, and this has been my field for 50 plus years. And I've been watching this clown show called The Medical Profession, the biggest drug dealers in the world. What they want to keep their houses and their cars and all their stuff and everything, so they don't care if they rape the nation. Man, it's disgusting. But you got to learn to be your own doctor. So my dream is still to have a healing center somewhere in the world. I was thinking it might be, I have a friend that was a friend and a client. He was a millionaire in Newport Beach, California. That's where I worked. That's where my career was. Laguna Beach and Newport Beach, and basically like Orange County. And I worked with wealthy people, and one of them became a really good friend of mine, and he paid me to come and do his massage, his hair, his nails. I was like his manservant. He paid me like $100 an hour. This is back in the 80s. And I'd have to drive all the way from, he lived in Newport Beach. Well, I lived in Newport Beach too. We both did. And he'd go off down to San Diego and then decide he needs a haircut. And I have to drive all the way down to San Diego to cut his hair because he won't go to another barber. And he also paid my way through shiatsu school because he liked that style of massage, and he got massages all over the world. And he said, and I hope he was telling the truth when he said that I was the best masseuse he ever had, and he had lots of them across the world, not just in the United States. So that was a great compliment. So he paid my way to go more education. I already had my degree. I had a teacher's degree in cosmetology, and then I got that. So, but the thing is, I'm trying to find him now after all these years. I lost contact with him, but he owns an island in Costa Rica. He owns the island, and the last I knew, he had 5 houses on that property, that whole island. There are 5 separate little thing, and one of them, the guy, I actually know the guy that runs the grounds there. I knew him from Newport Beach. So, unless he's not there anymore, I don't know, because like I said, it's been a long time, but I wish I could get a hold of him, because that could be a place where I could have my my dream come true healing center. That would be perfect. Costa Rica, and my treatments won't be cheap. They'll be because they'll be expensive because they're extensive. Like I do holistic, like encompassing all kind of things. Most massage therapists you go to aren't going to give you nutritional advice, or at least good nutrition. People think that they're actually giving good advice these days, and it's misinformation. I'm not going to call it disinformation because they're not doing it intentionally, but the controllers are. They put out the disinformation, and then the little guy passes it on thinking that they're giving this good advice when they're really not. There's a lot going on. Like people think vegetables are so good. And it's hard to get wrap your head around that. When you start to know and research and find out that plants do not want to be eaten, they have anti-nutrients in them, and they are indigestible, cellulose, fiber, and fiber is a lie. It is not good for us. You might as well eat fucking cardboard if you're gonna eat stuff that's fiber. Fiber's not good for you. There's so many lies around the food, and it's contaminated. It's full of chemicals, and they're just. I'm still not to the bottom of the natural flavoring thing, but babies are as natural as it gets, so that could be very well a factor in there. You know, I don't know if that's, you know, some kind of fear porn or whatever, but I think, and I don't want to put it out there as fact or anything, because I'm still like observing and researching and trying to connect the dots with all this, but I've been watching this food situation for like 40 years, almost 40 years. Actually, I started on my path, funny, that it was in 1984 is when I kind of started, and I've been questioning things all my life, just because that's curiosity killed the cat, eh? So, anywho. So, I don't know who's on here. It's hard for me to see. It doesn't show, like, it doesn't keep a continuous box up. It just, like, would come up when somebody said something. And it doesn't even give me a space or an option. Wait. Oh, wait. There it is. I think I got it on. Is it going to stay? Okay. So you were actually talking, but it wasn't showing. Ray Clay. I can't. See, it's... Damn it. It came up, but it went off. It's not going to... Yeah. Well, don't believe the organic lies, because they're not, they're... How could there be? You know, if there's all the nano particulates and stuff, or, you know, the heavy metals and the chemtrails and who knows what else, you know, and it's all dropping down just on its own, you know, but with the rain and everything, and then it's in the water, it's in the soil, it's going to be in the food that grows out of it, but then, like, you know, just like, if you're going to eat anything like fruits or vegetables, which I don't advise, but if you do, you should at least take the skin off of it. Jeez, I wish I could have been watching your messages, but it just wants to keep, it just goes up for like a second. Wow. I wouldn't doubt it, man. Especially if someone's like me, like I'm so sensitive. I could see something like that happening to me, because I don't eat very much, you know, like very much food. I don't eat food out that much, and I just kind of limited. I don't eat a lot at all. You know, it's always under $10 when I eat out, always. Sometimes less than $5 even, because I just get like the smallest portion. Just, sneezing, and blew it out through his nose and mouth, probably. Huh. When I was doing this, all this stuff was coming out so much that the one day I woke up and it was all over my hunk of, like, I don't even, it was like honey, dried honey on my eye. It was the biofilm and the fungus, which is all entangled in it, I guess. So I purposely, they were crusted over. This one especially, not so much this one, but this one was, I couldn't open my eye. My eyes were a little bit like, they almost swollen shut. I got some of the palmolive down on my eyelid, but I didn't keep doing that. And just, I don't know if it was from that one time or just the whole thing in general, because breaking down this fungus, even if you just get like one part of it, like I'm doing my face, but I also did my neck. My neck, oh my God, that hurts so bad, and it tightens like, and it made me look like I was like 90 years old. I probably will post it. It's like, oh my God, it's disgusting. I look so awful. Oh, but I want this shit out of me. I do. I just want it out of me. So, and it's my attitude, and plus I say, get out of me. You're not welcome here. I talk to this fungus entity or whatever it is. It's every little part of it that you can break down breaks off part of the whole, because the whole thing is like one big unit. So you do some here, you do some there, you know, like you keep breaking it down to it weakens the whole structure. I try to be. It's because it's depressing sometimes the situations I'm in, with all my cars breaking down and getting robbed, and not having all that much money to begin with. Just it's like I try not to let myself go into any dark places like that are because some people don't come back from that shit. I just got to stay strong. I feel like I'm on this sort of like an obstacle course, or sort of like some kind of combat training or something. Yeah, I believe in manifestate. Just have your intent. It's all about intent, man. Everything. You see how you can structure water or any kind of substance, rice or whatever they do, where they have like, love and hate. But actually, what was worse was indifference. It was even worse than the hate. I found that interesting. Sorry to drink in your face. Man, all of a sudden I'm really thirsty. I don't know what made me thirsty. I had satay, chicken satay, on the stick. Uh-oh. Okay, my battery is going down. It just gave me a warning, so. Okay, guys, well, thanks for coming by and for the. Hope you're all doing well. Trying to stay positive too, try to just be aware of. I hope you guys are detoxing. Really, so much so, because hi Denise, how you doing, hon? My battery's starting to die. I was just starting to say goodbye to everybody because it's I don't know how many percentage I have. I'll go till it just dies, I guess. But see how bad my face is, my skin, from this chemical peel I'm doing. So if you're wondering what that was, that's what it is. And but I'm like, I don't know, I'm into the more healing stages of it. It was worse than this. Oh man, it was. I'll probably post some videos that I took, short videos of it, like in day 3 or day 6 or whatever. Well, I don't know if you could do too much, but I'm gonna probably do it until I'm out of here, until I expire. Thanks. I don't feel old at all. And that was a really nice compliment. Ariel was telling me, I don't know if you know who my friend Ariel, he's an astrologer. He's a young, he's 29 now, I think. And he said he was doing a reading for a lady whose birthday was like a couple days from mine, in the same year and everything, 1951. And I'm July 10th and she was July 13th, I think. And he says she was vibrant like you, so that made me feel good. So that's my buddy Ariel. So if you ever want to get a reading or something, he does readings. So he doesn't really charge much, so he'll work with you, whatever. So, even if you gave him $25 or anything, he'd probably do it. He's good people. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I look really bad right now too. It's like I oh my god, wait till you see the pictures of me when this was like it was like drying and it was like making all my it was like forcing wrinkles into me that it didn't even really have. And it hurt like on my neck because it was like choking me, like it's just weird. I did not expect that reaction. Thank you, right click. So I don't know, but this is what I'm being dealt right now, and I don't know, and I know that part of my whole thing is to like try to detach as much as possible, cut loose from the yeah, it's good it's coming off, because and if it ain't coming out of you, you're assimilating it. It's part of the transhumanism thing, that how whatever they're doing and how they're pulling that off. I mean, I don't know the specifics about it, but I just know it's going on. Oh, she hasn't even been born yet. Not, I mean, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. She's in labor right now. My daughter is in, she's started, I don't know, it's been quite a few hours, but she hasn't had the baby yet. And she's having it at home. So, it's just like a waiting game. She's trying to sleep as much as possible right now because she's just getting short little naps in. You saw the what? The into? I couldn't see that last word. Assimilation of the nanotechnology that's going on us. Man, people don't know what's good and bad, and I don't blame them, because the way the information's out there is meant to confuse everybody, you know. Oh, on mine? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Man, I can't wait till these go away. Oh well, it is what it is. I don't want to hide it. I don't want to cover it up with makeup. And I want people, I mean, as embarrassing as it is, I want people to be able to see this and see what's going on with a lot of people that are suffering with it, that aren't talking about it, that you don't know about, that are suffering in silence. A lot of them probably think they're the only ones and are afraid to say anything because they're going to get labeled crazy. Anybody, you know, with Morgellons has got the delusional, you know, this is delusional, right? And I ain't no meth addict. I never, but it does tie in with the meth epidemic thing. They're experimenting on them too, and we are also part of the vector that got chosen for this. And if you know people who have Morgellons and are like targeted or whatever, yeah. It's almost invariably going to be an empath, and I think it's more women. In my experience, it's more women than men. I know a couple of guys, but not most of them are women. What do you say, Denise? The people you know? You shaved your head? Oh no, I'm waiting till the summertime if I'm gonna shave my head. It's too friggin' cold. At least here, you're down in Texas, right? So it's freezing up here. It snowed. I mean, I love the snow and everything, but it was pretty cold when I got here. Yeah, it's like mostly women. It's intelligent people, women. Well, not intelligent, just intelligence. I'm just naming the things that I know that I've put together over the last like 5 years. I made a list of like 5 things. And empath, intelligence, defiance, and courage. I don't know. Have you actually shaved your whole head? If I do it, I'll make a video of it. If I do shave my head, it's bad enough looking like this without having to shave my head. Do you have any on the very base of your neck? Anybody like have a spot right where like that, like there's like a little indent at the base of your, where your head rocks. You can put your finger there and just like right above that, there's like a, like if you ever get like a little lesion there. No, but this is a specific place I'm talking about. It's like a plug that it seems like once it's opened, it like keeps coming out, like it's, you can't get it to stop. And so I just recently met a guy who has the Morgellons, one of the few guys, and I made a video. I haven't put it, he sent me the video that he made of me taking a mud bath at his place. I met up with him in Vancouver, Washington. My daughter's in Vancouver, British Columbia. Let's see what your thing says. Yeah, I don't know. These are all new. These are not ones that, like, I had a patch on my leg that was there for over 3 years. You can see it in my videos. There's like 2 or 3 videos of just my leg, like in the update where it finally started to clear up. But there was one patch that was pretty big. It was like a 3-inch patch of like plastic that came through that could not get that to come off. I did so many things to get that to come off. I was using acetone. I'm not telling you anybody to do this. I'm just saying what I did to get rid of it. It's, hi there. How you doing? Are you at Quartzsite? It's probably nice and warm there. It's all wet and damp here. So anyway, that spot on my leg, there is a little bit of a remnant there, but it's almost. All right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It took multiple different protocols to do it though. I did a bunch of different things and I don't know which one actually worked. But lately I started doing the SSKI thing. So have you done that at all? Which, is super saturated potassium iodide. And I have a video on it. It's a, do-it-yourself video where it just shows you, it's very simple. But I'm not sure. Now, somebody said that they thought that company, the A to Z company from Amazon that sells the iodide crystals. This is iodide with a D, not N, iodide. And the crystals, and it says 100% pure, but Michelle Angelique, was it her? No, it's somebody else, said that's, they thought it was like not pure or whatever. So I really don't know, and that's what I've been using, because I don't know where else to get anything like that, unless somebody knows. Does anyone know where to get like a good, reliable source of the potassium iodide crystals? I don't know. Like, there's a lot of places that are like out of China, and they're not, it's like, crap stuff that they're selling, and most of the supplements are not good. You should save your money. Don't buy those friggin' supplements. I'm gonna buy one because it's a specific one that I need that'll cover a lot of things, and I want to see if it makes a difference in multiple categories. And a lot of people are deficient in vitamin B1. And I got ADD so bad, and I never had that in my whole life. So I'm thinking that if that helps me with that, even that one thing, but there's other things in there that I have going on, these like symptoms. I mean, I looked up the symptoms of MS. I have all those too. So that keeps reinforcing what I've been saying, that all these newer diseases are all nano poisoning. It's a cover for that. They all are. I have to put it back on. Good. Yeah, beer does have a lot of B vitamins, but it's got yeast in it too. So it's not, I mean, it's not a good source of getting your B vitamins. I wouldn't do it. So, just like bread. If I eat bread, oh my God, I love bread, but I can't eat it. But when I do, I just like blow up. I look like I'm 6 months pregnant after eating a piece of bread, like that has yeast in it. So I'm trying to avoid all the grains. I quit pasta and rice and even potatoes, which all the starches, they're not good for us. All the comfort foods are not healthy. They taste good, but they are not good. And people are going by their taste buds, which is not the best way to to do your health. Good evening, Ryan Cowell. How are you? Where's everybody at? From, or where you're at, I guess, could be either way. Just to see how close we are or who's where. Okay, I'm in Washington. I'm in Blaine, Washington, just right at the Canadian border. My daughter is in Vancouver, ready to pop a baby out. Any minute now. Here comes the baby. Cleveland, Ohio. Is that on the east side or west side of Ohio? Or is it kind of in the middle? Michigan. All right. I've been to Michigan. I've been to Ohio. I was thinking. Okay. So I grew up in that tri-state area where it was Pittsburgh and Ohio and West Virginia. Kind of, they called that a tri-state area, whatever. So, and I've been to Michigan. My first husband was, all his family were like in, it was when they were, cars were a big, it was, I don't even know, is Detroit still making cars like they used to, or be like, I mean, his whole family was there, so they were in Wayne and Detroit, different parts of Michigan. So we would go visit them and stuff like that. But my biggest memory of Michigan is Ypsilanti, where all the freaks are. That's crazy, man. I don't know if it's still like that. Oh, okay. Detroit. That's where Tony Pantalaresco's from. Does anybody here know Tony Pantalaresco? He's in Canada now, but he's in Ontario, but he's from Detroit, Michigan. And he's, one of the big leaders, or, started the whole thing, dealing with all this Morgellon stuff and the nano poisoning and making the anti-nano buckets and devices and using copper, and he was like one of the forerunners of this whole thing. So he still has his old videos that he has up. I actually like his older videos. I mean, just more recently, it's like he got like, I don't know, he went off in some weird direction and it just didn't jive anymore. It's like, oh, did we lose Tony? And other people thought that too. So they're like, they get taken or something. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. And I love these people. Brian 369, it happened. He like went, whoa, these people are going like off the charts. Well, Tony wasn't like, Brian was flat up like evil. he threatened to kill me and cut my head off or something. He thought I was a CIA agent. He was so paranoid. My daughter could see it. My daughter's a normie, and she could see it. She says, and the nicer I was to him, the meaner he got. The absolute opposite. He just, no matter how hard so the harder I tried, it was actually making it worse. And I didn't realize that at first until I started to see this pattern. It's like, whoa. And it's just, I just noticed a lot of these men that are in my sphere have these mommy issues. And I just tend to bring it out in them, not even intentionally. I mean, I am a therapist and I can help work with them and stuff like that, but if I don't know it, I can't, or if they don't want to deal with it or heal from it, that's on them. But then they like to project and then, like put it on me, their shit. If you get triggered by somebody, I mean everybody, anybody, if you get triggered by somebody, it's your problem. You're the one with the issue. You have to deal with it if you get triggered. So just remember that. Like trying to flip it back onto the other person is doing your own self a disservice. And you might end up eliminating a friend there that could have been a friend, maybe. It's like, I have to be careful that I don't say that, because how they're doing this, I don't know, but they're able to make us say and do things and stuff that's out of character with us, that is not the norm. I've had this happen repeatedly, and it's usually with the people in my circle that we need to come together, but they're trying to keep us separated and not sharing our knowledge and, creating infighting and stuff. Yeah, if you just start going off on your own little tangents and stuff like that, it's not going to really lead to anything good. Just take it as here's an opportunity to learn something about myself that maybe I can work with. And I don't know, I'm always trying to do that. I question myself all the time. I question my motives. I question, I'm just a very honest person. I want to be as honest with myself as possible, because we're all we got, man. So, and I'm starting to think like we're our own God or goddess, whatever. It's like the putting all this power outside of ourselves is not what I want to do. And I'm seeing everybody giving their power away, whether it's to religion or politics or just some other person that, like I get into, these people leave these comments like under my videos and stuff, talking, like I need to read a book. They need to read a book. I don't need books. Not anymore. I don't really need them. I mean, I get information coming to me from, not that I would never ever read a book, but I'm going to be real selective in what I read and read with intent. So because the more I detox, the more I am like a clear receptacle for the information to come in. Like, if our pineal gland's all crusted up, calcified and everything, and just, I don't know, our whole conscious, it's just like a concept. It's just like you're just clearing away energetically all these blocks to information coming in. And people are always looking outside of themselves to do that. Not that you don't need to listen to other people, you can, but then like take it in, use your discernment, store it for later. So when you connect the dots, you can say, oh yeah, that's it. And consider all different angles of everything and try not to jump to conclusions. Because it feels pretty dumb when you realize you were wrong and you have to admit it or take it back or whatever, Like I feel bad for the people that fell for the vegan thing and they're regretting it, but at least they found out now before it's too late, while these other ones just run around virtue signaling everyone, thinking they're better than and they're healthier, when meanwhile they're so malnutrition and dehydrated and not healthy at all. I mean, you could look at some of the people who are, known vegans that push that agenda, like Santos. Look how bad he looks. I'm like, I'm like 12 years older than Santos. And I know I look like shit right now with this chemical peel thing going on and fighting this whatever. But when it's cleared up and I'm looking good, oops, sorry, my battery is going to go die. But you know, like you could look at the healthy part of my skin. Not that the other isn't, but it's getting there. But look how nice that skin is. That's nice skin for somebody that's 71 years old. And he's only 59 or 60. He might be 60 now, I think. Probably is. But his eyes are so black and his skin is transparent. You can practically see through it. And his hair's all stringy and like just not. Look at this hair. Look at my hair. Look how nice and healthy my hair is. I cut it myself, and then I didn't get to do. I couldn't find my scissors to do it to fix it up. So it's it'll do. I guess it's all right. So at least I don't have to pay somebody to do it. But it's hard to give yourself a haircut, I mean, it's hard to see what I'm doing in the back. So, okay, I don't know how much thing it was. It just went on again to say that my battery's dying. So, I don't know, but I just see if you can see what's going on. When I first got here, just like a few days ago, it just started snowing, so I drove right into the snow, and I was hoping to see some snow. Did I miss somebody? Oh, Billy, hey! Billy, oh my. Okay, so I don't know how much time I'll have. Really dry. Water's almost gone. So I don't, at least I made it on. I haven't made it on for the last couple weeks, and I'm not always in the perfect situation to be, to do a live stream. So this kind of worked out pretty okay. A lot of times I get all loud and excited and everything. So I don't know. I hope the sound was good because a friend of mine that I was talking to today was telling me that the sound on my videos, I need a microphone or something that's just too low. So I guess I have to go back and check. I wish he would have told me which ones they were. So if ever that's the case, feel free to leave a comment and suggestions or whatever. I don't know. I can't tell how it's going to video, and I don't edit anything. All my stuff is raw and unedited. I don't go back and take out things. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. So it is what it is what you get is what you got. So okay, so I guess I'll go. I wanted to see. I didn't see where everybody else was from. I got a couple there, and wanted to see what the weather's like. I'm doing a little bit of polling. So, and where are you, and what is it? Is the weather doing anything weird out of the norm? Because it's everyone I've talked to on different, people in Massachusetts. I talked to this lady that I follow, and it's super freezing cold there, and it's not the norm. She said it is not the norm, and she's pretty much kind of a normie herself. So she wasn't trying to, I'm the one saying that it's manipulated, not her. She's just saying this is not normal. I mean, it's freezing cold temperatures. Last year I was in Texas where they where that hit that snow. It wasn't really a snowstorm. It was more of an ice. I don't know. It was just like a cold front that went from Tennessee to Texas, and I was in Texas at the time. And thank God this guy at a farmer's market offered me like a place to stay. He says, "Do you know it's going to be down into the teens? It's supposed to be 17 degrees tonight," and I didn't even know that. And so he said, "You can come stay at my place for 3 days till it passes." And he ended up letting me stay 5 days, so that was really nice. And he was very nice, and I like helped clean up his house, and to pay it back for that he let me stay there. So it was really nice. That was a nice experience. But when I went out in the morning, we had to get the blowtorch or whatever to open the car doors. There was so much ice. The doors were frozen shut, solid, in Texas. So then, it's just, and then, okay, then I ended up in California, just like this time around here, coming back from Arizona. Okay, I went to, what do you call it, Slab City first, and then I went to Quartzsite, Arizona. And then I got a flat tire as soon as I got into Quartzsite. And then, so I stayed there, through Christmas. They had the lit cactus and some, fun things going on. They had a Secret Santa, or thingy and everything. So it was pretty fun and nice. And there was live music, drumming, tambourines and dancing and cowbells and ding, 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 ding. So it was pretty cool. I like that because I like to dance and everything. So that was fun. So then I left there and then headed back through California. And I wanted to go meet up with Jake the asshole from YouTube. But when I first talked to him, it was when his dog died, so that wasn't a good time. So it didn't work out. So, Jake. Anybody who knows Jake, I'm sure. Okay, I don't know what that's about. But anyway, so then I head into California, and then that's when all the rains started hitting California, where it doesn't rain that much. Not like this. It was raining, and the floods were like everywhere, flooding. They even shut down the 101 freeway because it was flooded, and it like backed up into the streets, into the neighborhoods, because the whole freeway was shut down because of the floods. It was so bad. So I was stuck in California. I was trying to find another vehicle, and I couldn't find one. Well, I couldn't get to it because, for one thing, the car was in a place that if you drove to go to see the car, my car would have sunk into the bog. It was a literal bog. It was raining so much. So I finally got out. I left California. Oh, and then I got robbed in California. So while I was doing my laundry, they stole my purse, $700. I just took money out of the bank. All my money I saved up. Not all the money I saved, but they took, that's what was in it, in cash. So they got me for that. So that was a bummer, but that means they got my driver's license and all my cards. And they got my food stamp card, which they took money off my food stamp card. So, and then it seems like that the owner, or some kind of something around my neck. I know it's a pain in the ass, though, to have to do that all the time. I don't like wearing things. I mean, even this is like I don't even like. But it's convenient, that's all. But I don't wear jewelry. You see, I never have any jewelry on. Nothing. No jewelry, no makeup. I don't even wear underwear. I am such a minimalist, I'm telling you. And I don't believe in all these tats that people are getting. They don't realize that there's shit in that ink that is going to hurt them. Yeah, but when you live in your car, you have certain things that you be walking around looking like an idiot with shit hanging off of you all over the place. But, I don't know. But the other thing, too, was I did really well. That was the second time in 2 years that I got robbed, stuff stolen from me. Because I had just replaced getting my driver's license before, because it happened in Idaho. when I was there doing the whole Owen Benjamin thing. So then it took me a while because I couldn't do this without having that, like trying to get my passport without my driver's license, without this and that, the other thing. They make you jump through all these hoops. So at least I finally got my passport, because I couldn't get my passport until I got my driver's license. And now I lost my driver's license again. So I got to start all over and get another driver's license. But that's why I was asking, hey, Anne, if anybody knows about Alpine. Do I know who Alpine is? Hi, Alpine. How do I know you? What brings you here? Huh? Owen Benjamin. Oh, okay. Is that where you came from? Oh, wow, that's cool. I didn't know if still more people, follow me, because haven't been really doing anything. I mean, I have some other kind of info or inklings or feelings or suspicions or whatever you want to call them about Mr. Owini Benjamin Agent Smith. But I ain't gonna say anything until I know better, until I'm sure. So I don't know, huh? Miss Owini. I don't know. No, I think no matter how you look at it, he's got some good points, but man, he is perverted in my book, and he's a liar. My own personal experience with him, he is a liar. Because I just, like, how when I interacted with him and how he